Morning peeps, good morning everyone, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Alright, quite a bit to go through today. Fights being announced, a good one for British fight fans. Unfortunately, fights being cancelled, a bad one for British fight fans. And a fighter who wants to continue when I think they should retire. It is what it is. So yeah, we'll try and cover all that in the next 20 minutes or so, talking about things being announced. My own announcement that I've been speaking about for a couple of weeks right now. I only wanted to tell you guys what it was when I knew exactly what it was as well. And I don't know everything. Things are still being ironed out behind the scenes. What I do know is that me and Ariel Helwani are going to have our own boxing show. It's quite good, right? It's quite good. Ariel Helwani, look, I'm a massive fan of Ariel. One of, if not the biggest voice in combat sports, predominantly in MMA, but in the last few years has come over to boxing and has done very, very well. So yeah, we're going to have our own show. Ariel's obviously just signed this massive deal with Yahoo and he wanted a boxing show as part of that deal. That's me. So that's me and Ariel. Now the show will be live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. over here, 5 p.m. East Coast. Now this is, I guess, where I don't know what's next in terms of what platform it will be on. I'm guessing Yahoo. I know DAZN are going to take parts of it. But yeah, those are the things that I need to kind of fill in the blanks. And once I know the answers, I'll let you guys know. But look, this is a massive opportunity for me. I'm a huge fan of Ariel, have been for years. I've worked with him for the last couple of years. And we get on very, very well. So looking forward to working with him every single week now for the next couple of years, basically. So yeah, that's the news. I know a lot of you are going to be like, well, is that it? But I know a lot of you are going to be happy for me as well. Again, Ariel's a massive name in America. So it helps me, helps my profile. And when you think of who he's done shows like this with in the past, I mean, he's done it with Daniel Cormier, DC, a two-weight champion in the UFC, massive name, and Chael Sonnen, the bad guy. So yeah, and now he's doing it with me, little old Adi Oladipo off the green chair. So look, I'm very excited. And once I know exactly everything, I'll let you guys know. I will say this though, they want the first show to be next week. Ariel's flying in for the AJ fight. So we're going to have to find out everything very, very soon. All right, let's park that for a second and talk about some of the big news this week. I think the big news in the last few days, at least over here, is that Sonny Edwards will fight Galal Yafai. That's a massive news. It's massive news as well for Matchroom, just because Matchroom have been criticised, rightly I think, for their lack of shows over here. I mean, look, they do shows all over the world, but in terms of over here, we haven't had much. And look, they've been unlucky. Catchall Prograde was supposed to happen in August. That got cancelled. Will happen in October. Dalton Smith was supposed to fight as well. He got injured. Johnny Fisher was co-main on that Dalton. He got injured. So it has been a bit unlucky. But still, you've got to give us stuff. You've got to give us some stuff. They're now starting to do that. I think Sonny Edwards versus Galal Yafai is an incredible fight. Honestly, it's funny because their two brothers were going to fight at one stage as well. But these two are the better boxers. Obviously, we know Galal Yafai, Olympic gold medalist, Sonny Edwards, former world champion. Don't sleep on Sonny because of the Bam defeat. Bam, when it's all said and done, could go down as an all-time generational great. That's who Sonny lost to. Sonny is still very much a world-level elite fighter. And I think Galal is that as well. So I think it's a fantastic matchup. And hopefully we start to get a very good run of announcements now for the end of the year. I mean, I know we've got a few big Riyadh season cards in between that. Obviously, we've got December 21st. We've got November, Crispin and Smith, which is strange, by the way. That Crispin and Smith fight, he came out and said the other day that he's not even signed. He's part of the deal yet, which is crazy because it's been announced. And we've got October. So hopefully, sandwiched in between those are some good Matchroom cards. All right, let's talk about a fight being cancelled. Liam Smith versus Josh Kelly is off. Liam Smith out injured. Or a virus, I think it was. Gutted for Josh Kelly. Gutted. Because we are 6 days out, you just ain't getting a replacement. You ain't getting a replacement. 3-4 weeks maybe, you might get a replacement. You might make a catch weight with someone just to stay on the card. But 6 days out, you ain't getting shit. So that means you're off the card as well. So he misses out on a massive opportunity. I always wonder in this circumstance, does Josh Kelly get paid anything? Does he get any sort of money? What does he get compensated for his camp, his time? Does he get compensated? So, look, he's not going to get the full purse, but surely you can't do all your requirements, press, media, fight camp, sparring partners. You can't do all of that. And then the time when all of that is now done, I was supposed to interview him in 2 days' time. Once all of that is done, you don't get paid. I mean, sorry, the fight's off and you don't get paid. Surely that can't work like that. Surely. For Liam Smith, I wonder if that might be that. Obviously, look, there was a problem in camp for the Chris Eubank Jr. fight, and now this has happened. So I just wonder whether or not we will see Liam Smith. I hope we do, because I think he's a good fighter, but I wonder if we'll see him again. And it's a shame as well, because this is the fight I was genuinely like scratching my head about who wins this one. Like, I was a bit like, don't know, you know. Like the other ones, you can kind of pick a winner quite confidently, or I say that, you know, I still think there might be a few banana skins, but the others, I think the majority of boxing fans would have gone certain ways. Like AJ Dubois, I think majority will go AJ. Hamza Shiraz, Denny, Hamza. Do you know what I mean? Mark Chamberlain. Kakachi, Warrington, Kakachi. Boatsi, Hutchinson, maybe Boatsi. This is the one where I think it probably would have been a split. Now it isn't happening, which is a shame. All right, let's talk Deontay Wilder. We're flying through these today. Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott. Let me see if I can get the quote. He was doing something and he was asked about Wilder. And look, I assume that Wilder's going to be no more, even though I know Turkey, I think, has said, you know, there is a way back. Whereas Malik Scott has come out and said, no, he will fight again. And they're talking about him fighting AJ or Ngannou. Now, I think the reason they're talking about him fighting AJ is because when I sat down with AJ about 2 months ago and I said, are you not disappointed this isn't Wilder? He spoke about he will still fight Wilder. And I think people jumped on that too quickly. If someone is willing to pay AJ money to get in the ring with Wilder, they're prize fighters, AJ will take the money and fight Wilder. He doesn't have an ambition to fight Wilder. Like, Wilder's not part of the checklist anymore. Like, okay, I've got to fight Fury, Usyk again, Wilder. It isn't that. But if you're going to pay him 25-30 million to get in the ring and beat up Wilder, because I think that's what AJ will do at this stage, he'll do it. And maybe Malik Scott has heard that and thought, okay, fuck it, we're still around. If someone's going to pay us, we'll take the money as well. Wilder shouldn't be fighting again. Not for me. Wilder shouldn't be fighting again. It's just not there. I don't... Like, I'm surprised Malik said this, because normally it's the trainer convincing the fighter. It almost feels like, the trainer convincing the fighter to retire. It almost feels as though it's Malik convincing Wilder to stay, when it should be, no. It should be Wilder coming to Malik and saying, look, I've got one more in me, man. I'm sure I've got the fight. Malik should be like, I don't know if you have, because there was nothing against Parker, and there was certainly nothing, zero against Zhang, zero. So, yeah, and I'm not even sure about that link up, by the way. Like, I like Malik as a person, but I don't think that link up's worked at all. The Malik Deontay Wilder. I think he's almost turned him into a boxer, and you can't turn a guy, when they sort of hooked up, it was what, Wilder was 36. You can't turn a 36-year-old into a boxer when this guy is just a fighter. Let him fight. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the idea of Wilder coming back. Will I watch it? Of course, you know, fucking hell, I'm a boxing fan. Of course I'm going to watch it, but no, not for me. I just start to, you know what it is? I kind of get when you have lower tier fighters that want to hang on just because they got to pay the bills. Like, they've not made that money. I get it. If you're Wilder, you must have made so much money in the last 4 or 5 years. 1 second. I'm just going to get Wilder's box for a couple of minutes. 1 sec. Just so I can be like 100% sure about what I'm saying. Because I think someone pulled me up on this. Like, Ali, he hasn't made that much money. I was like, oh, fuck off. He's made loads of money. But Wilder started making money from... it was the first Luis Ortiz fight. I remember it. It was the first Luis... So he didn't really make that much money from Areola, Gerald Washington. It was that first Luis Ortiz fight back in 2018. I remember it because I remember it came out that he made like 2.5 million, which I know might not sound a lot, you know, compared to what people are getting paid today. But he started making money from then and he never looked back. The Fury fight, the draw, he must have made a bucket load of money. Then Dominic Breazeale. This is when the paychecks just stay thick. They never go down. They never go down. Dominic Breazeale would have made money. Ortiz rematch would have made money. Those two back-to-back with Fury, he's banking. He's banking, check. Helenius, then Parker and Zhang. He's made his money. Oh, that's over 150 million. Is that not enough? You become world champion. You had so many defenses of that WBC belt and made 150 million. You're 38. Leave the sport, please. All right. What else? This Canelo beats the 24 to 26-year-old Canelo, says Alvarez. Maybe. Just beats him on experience, doesn't he? Maybe. But that Canelo there throws way more punches, way more aggressive. Chin's the same. So it's not like I can say he's going to get caught with anything because the chin's as that kid is saying. Don't know, you know. Don't know. Better legs, better cardio. Don't know. All this Canelo here has is experience, which is a lot. But I think I'll take, even as a 26-year-old, it wasn't as though Canelo was a 10-fight novice. He must have had about 40 fights by then. So I'm not sure. He's very experienced then as well. Just on the Sonny Edwards Galaway 5 fight, it's going to take place November 30th in Birmingham. All right, anything else before? I saw that what's his name? Eddie was saying that Joe Cordina is not going to fight on this October 12th card. I don't understand that. Strange. I feel that's way more than enough time. And he's talking about him. Who did he mention? I think he mentioned Zelfa. I think he mentioned Zelfa versus Lee Wood. I think that's what I heard. And Joe versus someone else. But yeah, disappointing if Joe's not going to be in that card. Just for Joe, I think it's disappointing. I will stay up tonight to watch the Canelo fight card. I will stay up. You can always, there's always a level of intrigue, right, with a Canelo fight card. So I'm going to stay up. Very interested in the Caleb Plant fight. See what Rolly Romero's got, and see what the old pairing of Danny Garcia and Erislandy Lara have for their middleweight fight at a catchweight of 157 pounds. Peace.